Hey everybody, so yeah, I hadn't posted in a while, which is not really surprising. I don't really post that often anyway. Truth be told, just to be honest, it's kind of tired. They've been messing with our channels, messing with the views, every other video that I try to post, they delete or remove it, say, call it misinformation, and after a while of doing that, you just kind of lose momentum. When you spend some time working on a video, putting information together that's actually true, and how the powers that be say, no, we prefer the lies, kind of takes a little steam away, so I'm still going to be doing this, just not as frequent. I'm going to come in when I come in, But, and for those that even know, we lost a case recently regarding this stuff because we had proof that all the stuff was going on, messing with our views, subscriber counts, just constant, meddling with our channels. We actually proved it, but, David and Goliath situation that, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to keep doing this every now and then, but I'm going to split this video in half. I'm going to start talking about my why, and then I'm going to go into the COVID stuff on the second half of the video. But the first half is going to be spiritual. It's going to be about a lot of, good commentary that is good enough for YouTube not to get taken down. But the second half, you can catch the whole video on Rockfin, and I'll leave the links for that. So anyway. So yeah, lately I've been doing a lot of work, very, 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 deep meditation, growth, like thinking about a lot of things, reevaluating a lot of things. And what happens when you do that, certain things unlock and you get certain powerful downloads. You get exposed to new, different people who tap into different parts of yourself. And that's been happening. And kind of what happened was, I've been challenged with very, very strong back and forth conversation that unlocked a lot of things. And I'm going to share that with you because it's important to me as a truth channel to know what I'm talking about or what my why is, what my motivation is. Because you see a lot of people and it's just booming. TikTok, IG, YouTube, everybody's on social media, blah, 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 talking. And a lot of these people are, they're entertainers, basically regurgitating what a lot of people are thinking anyway. And I don't want to do that. That's not what motivates me. That's not what I'm here. Not why I'm here. And that's not my mission. I don't want to merely regurgitate, the obvious or just talk about, things that a lot of people are thinking anyway. No, my purpose, what I like to feel is my purpose, is to disseminate the truth with the purpose of raising the collective vibration. So I'm not concerned with followers, views, and likes, because that is an illusion. A lot of people pride themselves on that, and it's like, to me, it's meaningless. As a matter of fact, there's a guy who I know is huge, and he knows a lot of occult information, and I thought that this guy would have thousands and thousands of views. He doesn't. He's got like 800 views per video because he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He knows who knows the truth and who doesn't. So followers and likes, that's nice if your channel is built on revenue and you're making money. That's great. But for me, that doesn't motivate me. I'm not trying to be popular. Matter of fact, I'm not into the likes and being followed. In fact, I kind of don't like that. No pun intended. I don't care about that. That's not what motivates me. What I want to know is, what am I teaching? What am I saying? And is what I'm saying the truth? What is the truth? And so I've been thinking about that a lot lately and just really deep diving. And I've been challenged with conversation to force me to analyze. I go, what is my truth? And why do I believe what I believe? Why are my views my views? For example, like, why do I feel the way I do about those with gender dysphoria, or those who are describing themselves with pronouns? Why does that irritate me? Is it because I'm in my masculine energy, and as a heterosexual man who sees the nuclear family as the right way to go? Am I just being biased and trying to control what I feel the way things should go? And because that's a lot of that is true. If I were really to deep dive and be honest, yeah, we are threatened by chaos. We are threatened by things that go against our belief systems. And that masculine energy of control is not necessarily truth. It's just control. And that's lower frequencies. That's ego. That's not truth. That's not in a high vibration. So I had to really challenge myself and challenge my beliefs. Like, why is what I believe right? Where do I get my moral code from? And am I following what is right and true, or am I trying to control? These are things that source players really need to, masculine source players will really need to come back to the huddle and really ask themselves. And so I did that. And I got powerful downloads to reward asking the right questions, because when you ask the right questions, you will get the answers. But you have to be on a vibrational place where you get rewarded with that. Some people don't get to the point where they're even asking the right questions because we keep running around in circles. You have to humble yourself. Keep raising your frequency, raising your vibration. Keep your mind, exploring. Keep your mind not trying to control, not trying to, manipulate, but trying to learn and acquire knowledge and be in a higher frequency. You will be rewarded. So where do we get our moral compass from? Like, what is right? What is wrong? Well, we live in a world that shows us that. We can see that there's balance, there's light and dark. In our culture of superheroes, the good guys, the bad guys, Star Wars, which is my favorite, Jedis, who are a representation of the light side of the Force, and the Sith, the dark. We live with that balance. And, religion is a lot of man-made stuff. But the tenets of religion, the ideology, there's a purer form of that, and that is true. There is light. There is dark. What is light? Light is operating in your love frequency and, selflessness, wanting what's best for yourself and others, thinking of what's best for the earth, the planet. All these things are in a high love vibration. Low frequency, darkness, our lower selves, is selfish. What is evil? Well, it's like, you know what? I'm bigger than that guy over there, so I can beat him up and to rob him. I can take from him for myself. That girl over there that's attractive, I can assault her because I want her. These are low frequency thoughts that are all a part of us. It's the devil within. And our lives are about balance. We balance our good and our bad, our shadow and our higher self. And we want to live the best version of ourselves. And why is good good? Well, in the results, the consequences, cause and effect. And the feeling, the energy you feel when you do these things, when you operate in your lower frequency, the energy that you feel is dark, is lower frequency. It's paranoia, it's jealousy, it's envy, it's anger, it's worry. Is someone going to catch me? What are other people going to think? You're swirling in your lower frequencies. That is the dark. The light feels good to operate in your love frequency. It feels good to do right by others. It feels good to know that other people think highly of you when you do act in your higher self. This is good. This is where our moral code comes from. We are all attached to source and know that code of goodness, light and dark. And we are attached to the dark. We are balanced with it. And we all know what right and wrong is. And so we all live according to that knowing. And our job, each of us, is to live playing the best version of ourselves, as we all know the same thing, So why do I feel this way about certain topics, and where does that come from? yes, a part of it is control. A lot of us are threatened by chaos. A lot of us are threatened by things that kind of go against the grain, and it gives us fear. And so a lot of people speak the truth, but they're not in the truth. They're speaking the truth by default, but they just happen to be right by default because, some of the things that are going on in the world are wrong and are causing chaos. But what is your motivation? Why do you feel the way you feel? Why do you call this thing wrong? And I had to come out of myself into my higher self and analyze and really realize and catch those downloads. When you really want to know what right and wrong is, you got to come out of yourself. You have to be on a higher vibration. You can sit there and get it from gurus or pastors and know that this guy is telling me the truth, that this woman is telling me the truth, or you can download and tap into it directly yourself. When you become aware, when you raise your frequency and you get certain downloads, you know the truth about your existence. We are having an experience. We are energetic beings. We are beings of light, information, floating energy. We are a consciousness in ourselves, but we are here having an experience. And when you realize that you are in this realm having an experience, in this 3D realm, you're aware of certain things. You have mind, you have consciousness. And when you know things, you know that, or you should know, there are demonic entities in this realm. When you know that there are entities manipulating mankind, including yourself, to not be in the best version of yourself. They're causing hell on earth. They're causing things. And the light serves the dark. I'm saying this not to worry about it. The light eventually wins, but we are to know these things. Simply knowing is half the battle, and it helps us direct our paths for what we are to do, to live the best version of ourselves. You can't live the best version of yourselves if you don't know you're being manipulated by this, and this entity. There are other entities here in this realm who have different plans, and they're keeping humanity off its potential purposely. And part of the balance of this cataclysm, this thing we live in, is to know everything that's going on and still rise above and be the best version of yourself. So why do I feel that a certain way about certain things? When you raise your vibration and you know what's going on, you know that racism is wrong. You know, because there are demonic entities that have caused racism to be what it is today. You cannot be the highest version of yourself with such a low frequency as racism. And it's socially engineered in this society. It's been for several hundred years. And it's knocked a lot of people off course. It's taken a lot of people down into this 3D concept of superiority, which is nonsensical if you really want to go down that path. The reasons why people think that they are is, quite laughable. But you can't be the best version of yourself if you're a racist. Gender confusion. You can't be the best version of yourself if you're imbalanced. We live in a world, in a realm of laws, of instinct. We live in a binary system, no matter how many people want to tell you nonsense. Positive, negative, plus, minus, masculine, negative, masculine, feminine, yin, yang. We live in a binary system, and we have human instinct. When you are knocked off your human instinct, you're easily controlled, you're easily manipulated, when you're confused, you can be conquered. When you understand that there's demonic entities in this realm, they have plans for you that are not good. A lot of these people you see, they're going to be feasted on by these entities. They're food, and they don't even realize it. That's why they lower the vibration so that you're not powerful, so that you don't know things, so that you eat horribly, so that you live on such a lower vibration so that you're their slave and their food. And that's exactly what's going to happen. When you know there's entities in this realm, bloodline, family bloodlines, reptilians, archons, these things are here. Normies, I'm sorry, I'm kind of going there. But when you know there's other entities here with other plans, you understand why the world is as chaotic as it is, why the music has been conquered and lowered. You know, Black people, for example, Black people are very powerful people, the most powerful, the most melanin. They are the most attacked for that reason. Everything was flipped around. Everybody hates them because the demonic entities want you to hate Black people, knowing that they drive the culture, they drive the music, they drive the sports, they drive the fashion, they drive, a lot of things in society. A powerful group. They want that group to not know who they are so that they stay in a lower frequency. They stay in fear. They stay in anger. They stay in a lower form of themselves so that they don't access their power. And they use them for different things, agendas. You know what? There's a lot of, you notice they use Black faces for a lot of things now, even racism. That's the new thing. It's not by accident. That is by design. And, some of the people in Black faces are foolish enough to go along with it. People are following grifters. Listen, grifters are very talented. They're very intelligent. They're very well liked. Grifters speak the truth 80% of the time. I'm going to explain that to you. And they get you to like them. But it's the 20% of serving an agenda you need to watch out for, causing division, separation. They're stealing your energy. They're sucking your energy because you're duped by them, because you like them, you think that they're the greatest, and you don't know where they're leading your energy. The people that hired them and paid them money to do what they do know what the end goal is. You don't. Be careful who you tether your energy to and who you blindly follow and who you think is, I don't get attached to too many people. You shouldn't, because a lot of people who are popular serving agendas, they won't let people like myself, for example, they won't let certain people become popular because we don't have an agenda. We're not bought out. We're not going to serve the dark. A lot of people are not going to like lots of things I say, and I don't care. I'm not trying to push an agenda. They know who they want to block, and they know who they're going to allow to get popular. And there's a lot of people who are popular right now who are leading people astray because they're not at the spiritual place where they can see the grift. And it's sad. People are being run off the battlefield and running in circles, fighting themselves. It's ridiculous. But anyway, you gotta watch out for grifters, the demonic energy, the demonic entities. When you understand that the demonic entities have agendas and you know what they are, that is what helps me understand what motivates my opinions, where they come from, and to confirm they are in the light. Gender confusion. It's not organic. It's not natural. It's funny that a lot of people are talking about the atrazine in the water. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is talking about it now. I've been talking about it for years. People like Alex Jones have been talking about it, but they've laughed at him. It's not a joke. It's real. They are causing intentionally. There are demonic entities in this realm. They are causing gender confusion. It's in the water. The atrazine is in the water. They're doing it. Social engineering. It's in the music. It's in these influencers that pop up out of nowhere. Who's talking to your kids? They are causing gender confusion because it's a part of the plan. And when you see these people, I have no hate for these people, and I had to learn to just not judge these people. These people are having an experience, and they're expressing themselves what they feel is their truth. But when you raise your vibration, you know that they're not speaking their truth. They're regurgitating a program. These thoughts are not their own. These are programmed thoughts. The 1920s, the 30s, the 40s, nobody was talking about, oh, I'm me, I'm we, I'm them. No, you'd end up in a straitjacket. This is nonsense. These are programs. These are agendas that they programmed in society. They're doing it chemically. They're getting stuff into you. into the food. They're getting, oh boy, there's fetuses in some of the food. I don't know if I could put this in this part of YouTube. Well, I guess I'll find out. Yeah, a lot of people are taking part, participating with demonic satanic rituals, and they don't even know it. And they've been sacrificing children for centuries, and they've been doing a lot of dark magic. When you get to know a lot of Wicca and black magic, you know these things. Most people don't. That's the way they want it. But yeah, it's funny. There's an article you can find old articles where they actually talk about it from a matter of fact place, where people were aware that there's, things from fetuses in food. Here's an article for 2012 talking about it. Yeah, there's stuff going on. Satanic rituals that have been done for centuries from dark entities, demonic entities that are doing a lot of things. Now they just flat out lie. Look at the articles today. They just say, nope. They just flat out lie. They're attacking the music. They're attacking movies. Barbie. Barbie's a demonic movie. People don't realize it. Social engineering. They're engineering ideas. There's a lot of people. I have a lot of friends that I saw Barbie and they love it. It's the most, highest grossing movie. You think this stuff is by accident? They know people are foolish and in their lower frequencies, and they're so manipulatable. They think this thing is great. I got, as a joke, I went with a friend to go see it, who asked me, hey, you want to do something stupid? Let's go see Barbie. I was like, okay, yeah, for pop culture reasons, not because I wanted to go see it. Okay. Opening scene. There's a bunch of little girls playing with dolls, and the narrator was speaking and saying, yeah, little girls have done this, basically imitating their mothers and grandmothers and older women in their family and nurtured babies. And the narrator was just speaking on that, which is true. Little boys want to be like their dads or the men in the family and the tribe or whatever. Little girls emulated the women. In the movie Barbie, this demonic giant Barbie comes out of nowhere in a bikini or bathing suit, standing there and represented in this demonic light. And literally they had her as a giant, represented, the sexual freedom and this new modern woman that doesn't have to worry about family or raising children and can do whatever men do, and this new liberated woman, which is demonic programming to, break up the family, and I'll get into that later. But immediately after the little girls see the demonic figure of Barbie, they smash the babies. They smash the babies on the ground. This is in the movie. And everybody's like, yeah. So the idea being programmed into society is that women who are thinking about raising children, starting family, the nuclear family, all that's wrong. Be this new modern free woman. And it's programming and social engineering. And people don't really understand. That's a generalization. That's not true. A lot of people don't understand. Not all people. A lot of people don't understand that this is social engineering. The ideas that a lot of people are thinking are not even their own ideas. They're bringing you outside of what is natural, the organic flow of things, into demonic programming. And, this liberal feminism is run amok and, pulling women away from, just giving you a different version of femininity, which is being like men, doing what men do, competing with men, hating men, part patriarchy, and it's just causing chaos because, that's a part of the plan. Get people out of what is natural, what is the normal flow, nuclear traditional relationships. Let's break all that up. Let's get people out of their gender. We don't even want them to know what gender they are. We're licking on men, are licking on men, women are licking on women. Let's just have this freak show because it's keeping people out of balance from their instinct, And when you understand the demonic entities in society, you get to know what is right and what is wrong with when you see the devil, when you see the entities doing what they're doing and why, because they want to feast on these low vibrating people who don't have the awareness to know what's going on. So a lot of people like myself and a lot of people who are light workers, you know, they remember the mission. They remember the mission. We chose to be here. And some of us, and the purpose for all of us is to be the best version of ourselves. However, some of us have the awareness to know that that's not possible if you don't know that there's lions and tigers and bears in these woods. You can't be the best version of yourself if you're not aware and you don't know what's going on. And when you don't know what's going on, you're going to fall victim to all the programming, all the liberal programming and, you know, social engineering, because people are not going to know better. People are not going to know better. So, yeah, what we need to do is raise our vibration to combat that, So now I'm going to stop the video here and, you know, thank everybody for riding along so far. But now I'm going to go into the other situation and explain the COVID situation and the COVID con. And there's much to talk about that. So for those who are with me right here on